Hey, it's Game Hydro. Today we're talking about a new game called Fort Guardian, which is a tower defense game for the iOS and Android platforms. And despite being a pretty simple game, this game gets really difficult really fast. So we're going to go over some tips, tricks, strategies, cheats, etc., in order to help you advance faster and advance farther in the game. All right, so uh, let's play around first because that makes it easy to talk about. Now, spoiler alert, we're probably going to fail this round because each round requires amount of a significant statistical boost over the past round that you beat. And this is our first time playing this wave, but that's okay. You get lots of stuff that you can choose. You either get uh, the forts, which let a specific type of warrior come out. The swordsman, in this case, comes out of the swordsman camp. Or you get facilities, in this case, the lightning shooter. Um, and then obviously you merge them together in order to get items of the next level up. Now, with the buildings that house the warriors, oftentimes it's actually not best to merge them. It's best to let two of them sit next to each other or just sit on the same board as long as you have the room to do so. Now, whenever you level up, you'll get a chance to pick a card like this. Sometimes the choices will have warriors that you don't even have on your board, so make sure to avoid those. In this case, both of these boosts are for the swordsman, and then the boost on the right 30 plus or 30% damage for all units and facilities next wave. I like that one especially because this wave is the beginning wave and is almost over. So that carries over into future waves. Now the wave is done, and we've got some more things we can use. The cooking pot drops the reroll price. Cropland gives you coins at the end of the wave. Obviously, both of those are nice to have. So, reroll button. Now we get the trebuchet, which is super nice because of splash damage, and the scarecrow, which increases armor of 0.3% max health every, what was it, 6 seconds? Yeah, 6 seconds. For those ones, for most of them, it doesn't matter where you place the item, but for facilities like the lightning and the trebuchet, the closer to the front, the better, because there will be a higher attack range. Now, we don't necessarily have to buy more slots right now, but we're going to do that because I like adding more slots sooner so that on the next one, we can have more places to put buildings and facilities. Now, your original squares, you can actually move those around to wherever you want. You can put them right here, put them right here. For whatever reason, you can move them to the back, but nobody's going to want to move them to the back because that's a completely insane idea that diminishes your range and leaves your wall less protected. Obviously, we're going to hit OK, let the next round go. Surprisingly, there are not any speed multipliers available here. But as you can see, Trebuchet got a lot of attack power, and when a big group of enemies clump up, it damages all of them, as you can see. And the lightning shooter has pretty good splash damage as well, as you can tell. Uh, there's an example of an irrelevant warrior. We don't have a wizard, so there's no point in doing a wizard upgrade. Now, if we did have the House of the Wizard, that would be ideal. But we're going to stick with the swordsman for now because we have the swordsman. At the bottom left corner, you can see the health of the wall. It is diminishing quickly because it's getting attacked by about 7 of these brownie looking dudes at once. But it looks like we're probably going to survive it because we're killing them off fairly quickly. All right. Another round here. We're at about 50% wall health. Now, once you get to 0% wall health, you lose, of course. Oftentimes, you will get advanced buildings that are locked behind an advertisement video. Are they worth it? Sometimes they are. In this case, that one that just popped up on ours is very, very much worth it. The armored swordsman dudes, I don't remember their name, but the armored swordsman characters that pop up. But because I'm shooting a YouTube video, I'm not going to engage in that. All right, so let's take a look at what the upgrades do. So if you tap the base level trebuchet, throws a stone at the enemy every 6.4 seconds. Let's merge two of them. You get this 2-star trebuchet, throws a stone at the enemy every 3.2 seconds. That's a pretty nice upgrade. And if you put two of those green-ish trebuchets together, the 3-star one will throw a stone every 1.6 seconds. So obviously it cuts the speed in half. Now the statue, 5% boost for facilities next to it. In that case, I'm going to swap places with that. Swap places with... There's not really many useful places to put it on my board right now, but ideally you want to have it next to multiple things in order to increase all their speed. I'm going to put it next to the trebuchet. No, the lightning. All right, start the battle. Unfortunately, you can't tap the enemies and get any info about them, but you can kind of guess at how much health they have just by watching your characters, watching how much damage they do, and how long it takes to kill them. That's one nice thing about having the trebuchet, is when you get huge clumps of enemies like that, especially next to the wall, it just aims straight at them. 30% of the wall's health. Looks like we're going to need that, unfortunately. And then we'll let the trebuchet get to work as well as the other weapons and diminish the amount of damage that the wall is taking. You'll see that the enemy units are pretty similar to your own units. Another trebuchet and... a well, which increases the experience by 5. That's pretty nice. Got to make some more room so that I can start working on trying to add the trebuchet. All right. And we got trebuchet number 2. That should be quite a nice bonus for us. Going to start that round, and we got a king summon available, so we're going to summon the king. Now, at his base level, the king is kind of weak sauce, but has good health. But you'll equip various forms of equipment later on that will affect the king's statistics. We'll show you how that goes when we're outside of the battle. This battle has 10 waves total, and right now we're on wave 4, which, to be quite honest, is further than I thought I would get for a brand new round that has a difficulty curve to it. And occasionally Voodoo's games tend to have one of these big difficulty curves. This game, not an exception. However, as Michael Scott said, somehow we manage. All right, attack speed up 35%. That's a pretty good one. But for whatever reason, I'm not getting a ton of... Oh, there it is, 1.6 seconds. Lightning every 3.6. 2-star, lightning every 1.8. What was I saying again? Who cares? Reroll. Another lightning. This is a seriously unusual round because there are not too many buildings coming up. It's all facility stuff and passive boosts. Let's see if we can continue like this. Boom. Boom. Look how fast that trebuchet is shooting. That thing's going to waste quite a few of these brownies before they get to the wall. and hopefully keep them from doing too much damage to the wall. But right now, that is a absolutely massive crowd of them, so that'll be a little bit hard to beat. Plus that boss. Bosses tend to have tons of health and be very hard to kill unless you absolutely mob out with your characters. All right, so we got gold, we got power stones, which can enhance equipment. We got silver keys, which can unlock common chests. So we're going to go over what some of this stuff does. Over in the store, excuse me, you can use crystals in order to unlock new equipment, and you can use keys in order to unlock facility shards. Plus, you can use diamonds to purchase more of both. You can either purchase one at a time or 10 at a time, depending on if you have enough gems. Now, if you have enough gems to get 10 at a time, it's recommended to do that because it costs less overall gems per unit than it would for just one at a time. And as you can see by the cooldown timer, you also get one free one per day. Now you can try to cheat the cooldown timer by setting the date and time ahead, or just the time ahead on your phone, or set the date ahead by 1 day. And with a game like this, which doesn't seem to be connected to a central server, it should work, unless it's programmed not to work. But definitely give it a shot. Just be aware that it might goof up the timing of the AFK earnings, which we'll get to in a bit. But you saw us unlock facility cards earlier. Once you get enough facility cards, or shards rather, you can upgrade stuff. In this case, upgrading the trebuchet gives us a couple of attack points. Now once it hits level 4, level 8, 12, 16, 20, etc., there'll be all kinds of boosts they can earn. So there's a lot you can do with it in this game. Other facilities, that tends to be the more passive boost type of stuff. We're going to upgrade the cooking pot. Now upgrading this stuff only increases the wall hit points. And that's true for pretty much any of the passive facilities. But that makes them ultra important because the more hit points your wall has, the better chance you have of beating the level. Go over to the king. This is where you can choose what equipment to give to the king and also upgrade said equipment. Now, common equipment, you're going to want to upgrade it because pretty much at any time you can level the equipment back down or downgrade it in order to earn more power stones, which you'll want to do if you get a rarer piece of equipment from a chest or battle reward, anything like that. Over in the manor area, that's the bottom right, this is where you're going to do a lot of grinding because you're going to have to upgrade the wall hit points, the soldier and towers attack, and the soldier hit points constantly in order to keep your stats up so that you can beat more difficult levels. See the AFK rewards? Be sure to tap that because the game will not prompt you to collect your rewards unless you are just logging in for the first time that day. AFK rewards build up whether you're online or offline, so I think they would be better referred to as idle rewards personally, but nobody asked me. All right, soldier and towers attack, we're going to upgrade that. Soldier hit point, we're going to upgrade that. And you can see that little water droplet moving slowly to the right as we upgrade. Once it hits certain milestones, you'll either get boosts like this first strike boost or things like free gems. And we got more stuff we can upgrade from the king. The stuff on the left will increase your attack power generally. Stuff on the right will increase the hit points of both your wall and your soldier. Good way to grind very fast here. Hit that bomb icon, and you'll unlock it when you unlock Chapter 5 if you haven't already unlocked it yet. If you have raid tickets, you can use those to get free coins, free silver keys, crystals, and power stones. Not to be confused with the old Dreamcast game, Power Stone. If you don't have any raid tickets, you got a few ways you can get them. The free button on the left side, you can watch ad videos for them, or you can purchase some using crystals, which we're going to do. There's only a limited amount of times that you can do all three of those. You get one free one a day, 2 ad-supported ones per day, or 3 of the crystal ones per day. Strangely enough, the numbers don't seem to update right now, but I expect that glitch to be fixed with a later update to the game. Alright, let's raid. There's 3 raids. And this is why the raids are so good. Watch this. We got the first strike talent now. And we're almost at enough of an upgrade level to get a whole new manor. And a whole new manor will increase your statistics, but will also make future upgrades more expensive. But it's worth it. Let's see. What else we got? 8 different facility shard keys. You can just kind of speed tap your way through them. 8 different King's Equipment summon keys. Once again, speed tap. We got one more. We can upgrade the cropland now. That just gave our wall 500 more hit points. And the empty slot we had before the ring, now we can fill the ring. And not just with a common item, too. With a great item. That's more attack power. And we don't have enough. Oh, we do have enough to merge. So hit the merge button once you get 3 identical pieces. Going to merge 3 identical helmets in this case. And it increases the rarity on the helmets. And so always try to collect as much equipment as possible and hit the stores as much as possible. Even if it's just common stuff you're getting, it's still really useful for merging and for stat boosts. Go top right corner, go to the collection button once you see a red exclamation point there, because that means free rewards. Any of these treasure chests you see mean that you can claim free gems. So this is actually an excellent way to collect free gems. Just from doing this alone, we got about, 100 of them? And each time you earn a new merge level, you'll be able to collect the reward for it. Those gems, of course, can then be spent elsewhere, whether it's on raid tickets. How the hell did we just get one of those? I thought, okay, apparently the gem tickets are unlimited, despite the game saying 2 left today. So, if you got a lot of gems, if you're a pay-to-win player, take advantage of that while you can. Because I certainly did not expect that to still be available. But yeah, take advantage of that. Let's see if we can get this new manor here. 898. And we are almost there. New manor unlocked. Now the AFK is 7 gold per minute with 2 gems per hour. So each time you unlock a new manor, you'll earn far more gold. So work toward unlocking the new manor. Unfortunately, everything else just becomes more expensive. But, that's the breaks for higher statistics, I guess. Anyways, this is Game Hydro. Keep grinding and keep advancing. And if you like what we're doing, please like and subscribe. Thank you very much.